Question 31, LeetCode next permutation. So assume we are given numbers 1, 2, 3. So the total permutations will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So if somebody says what's the next permutation of 1, 2, 3, I report 132. And if he asks for what's the next permutation of 132, I would report answer as 213. Similarly, if in another situation I'm asked to find the next permutation of 213, I have to report it as 231. Another question would be to find the next permutation of 231. In that scenario, I will have to submit 312. And if somebody questions me for next permutation of 312, I have to return 321. And for 321, the next permutation would be 123. Okay. Now, how do we find this next permutation? So assuming we have got 1, 2, 4, 5, and then comes 3. Okay. So my first step would be to start iterating from right and find a special index called IDX, okay, which is initially set to -1. And the condition I will check is nums of I minus 1 is less than nums of I, okay. So let me put these indices. So I'm at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I'm at index number 4, my I minus 1 turns out to be 3. And my nums of I minus 1 and nums of I, okay. Nums of I minus 1 is 5 and this is 3. So my nums of I minus 1 is not less than nums of I. So in that case, I do I minus minus, okay. Now I am at I is equal to 3. So my I minus 1 is 2. In this case, my nums of I minus 1 and nums of I. My nums of I minus 1 is 4 and my nums of I is 5. So my nums of I minus 1 is less than nums of I. So my IDX turns out to be I minus 1 and then I break, which is equal to 2 and then I break. Okay. So this is my 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. Okay. So now this index, this is 0. Just a minute. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this over here is my special index called IDX. So what I do, if my IDX is not equal to -1, I call a swap index. So this is my swap index, which is same as IDX. So what I do, so for j is equal to n minus 1, that is I start from the right and go towards the left. So my j is initially 4. I check for nums of j and nums of IDX. So my nums of j and my nums of IDX, okay. My nums of j is equal to 3 and my nums of IDX is equal to 4. So over here, my nums of IDX is greater than nums of j, okay. So I move on. So now I have j is equal to 3. My nums of j and my nums of IDX. My nums of j is equal to 5 and my nums of IDX is equal to 4. So my nums of j is greater. So what we do, I put my swap index. at j, okay. So my swap index moves from here to here, okay. And then I break. So now I interchange the elements at my IDX and at my nums of index nums sorry swap index. So I get 5 here and then 4 here. My next target would be to reverse the array of elements which I find at index number nums dot begin plus idx plus 1. Okay, so this is 1 2 5 4 3. Okay, and now I, I reverse these elements, so I get 1 2 5 3 4. So the when I have 1 2 4 5 3, then my next permutation will be 1 2 5 3 4. I'll code this now. So my first step would be to find n. This would be nums dot length. Post that I create a mutable variable called idx. Okay, so this will store the pivot index if found. Okay, I initiate this to none. Now I traverse from right to left to find the first position. So for I in 1 to n, and this would be in reverse order. Okay, so now I need to find where nums of I minus 1 is less than nums of I. So if my nums of I minus 1 is less than nums of I, in this case I get my idx. So I found the pivot. Okay, so this is I minus 1, and then I break out of the loop, so no need to continue searching after that. Okay, now if my pivot was found, so if I say if my pivot I was found, then I traverse from end to find the first element greater than nums of I. So I do for j in I plus 1 up till n, and I do this in reverse order. Okay, so if my nums of j is greater than nums of I, in that case I swap this I and j. Okay, in this case I swap the pivot with the next larger element and then break out. So after coming out from this loop, one second, I made some mistake over here. So after coming out from this loop over here, I reverse the suffix after the pivot. So I do nums of I plus 1 and then reverse, and my else case would be I did not find any pivot in the array, so I simply reverse it. Okay, let's see.